Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So tonight's video is about this older bedini motor. I built this about 10 years ago. It has a four pole rotor. They're all ceramic magnets, so they're actually three stacked in there, 3/4 inch diameter. And so we got four magnets on the rotor, and then we have three coils around the perimeter. And these are just the 2N 3055s, and it's really neat how it's laid out because you unscrew this and then you could unplug one, so you could actually, while it's running, take this coil out and change it out or whatever you need to do while the other ones are still running. So it's actually a really cool little design. And we have the typical 16-inch blade on it. And yeah, so tonight we're running at 24 volts. So this is our run battery, and here's our charge battery. And then we got typical cap dump right here. It's triggered at 36 volts. It's four 10,000 on there at 100 volts. So yeah. So right now we're set up for SG output. So this is the normal bedini style output. Got the trigger wire, and then the trigger wire is 26, the run wire is 20, and then I have 470 ohm resistors on there. These are 1 watt resistors because they can get kind of warm, and then the aluminum as a heat sink, obviously. So yeah, we'll be able to change this between SG and generator mode between the two running times. So yeah, it turns real easy. Those magnets aren't very strong. And then it's just solid steel cores. These are 3/4 inch mild steel. So to start it, it's actually really easy. You just give it a little bit of a spin and it starts going. So in the SG mode, you could see the bottom here as it's charging the capacitor. And if we didn't have the fan on here, it would actually go down to 1 pulse per revolution per coil per magnet. So each coil is doing 4 pulses per revolution, and they're all they're staggered into 3, so one's firing separately, so it makes a really nice output. Instead of having 4 magnets and 4 coils, that's one output. Each one's firing at a different time, so it's kind of neat like that. And so right now we're using just a hair under 1 amp, and this is 24 volts. And then here's our output. So if you count the amount of time between each pulses, this is the SG mode, and then it's dumping back there in those big batteries. These are just little 7 amp hour, these are 100 amp hour, so it's a big difference between them. So what we're going to do now, another thing what's neat about bedini motors is as you slow them down, they actually use less power, which is pretty neat. You put a big load on them and they just use less power. So we're going to stop this, and then we're going to change it from SG mode to generator mode. So when you change it between the two, all you're doing is on the negative lead, you're putting a diode coming back, and then it goes to the negative terminal of the primary battery. Where in the SG mode, your negative is actually coming off the positive of the primary battery. So it's a little bit different, and it definitely runs a little bit different. So let's fire this up. So right away you can see the waveform is quite a bit different. There's not much on the bottom. So this is when it's in the generator mode. You're actually taking the high voltage spike like normal, but you're also turning the motor into a generator temporarily. And since it's a magneto effect, when the motor slows down, it uses a little bit less power. So you can see right here on the scope, see when it discharges, all this is gone. So it's taking the high voltage spike and some power off the motor in a generator fashion. So if you look at the output now, compare it to the last one, it's quite a bit faster. It's about a half a second faster than the SG mode. And it's not quite as stable as SG mode, so it kind of comes up with the cap dump a little bit, but you get a lot more power out, so it's pretty neat. You can see the batteries in the back just slowly pulsing up. So yeah, this is discharging at 36 volts and 4.5 amps under this meter, but it's a little more near the pulse, so we're probably getting 5 to 6 amps. Yeah, so pretty neat. So if you guys want to try that, that's all you have to do is take off your lead going to the primary battery. So normal you would just do your spike output, and then the negative is actually the positive of the primary battery. So you take that off, you put a diode in going towards the negative, and then you just plug it into the negative side of the battery of your primary battery, and that gives you the generator mode. So with the ceramic magnets, it works quite well. With the neo magnets, sometimes it really slows it down because you got a lot of generator effect going. But yeah, so thanks for watching.